So how does this translate into possession of meth and
That was-
potentially heroin? Because that's what you told them.
That's what I was dabbling with just to keep myself up, and pain that I was having,
All right, pain related to what?
joints, things like that. I don't use very much. I use anywhere from a 0.2 to 0.4 a day.
Hello, Gavel Strike viewers. Today we're in Judge Boyd's courtroom, where a man who calls himself a scientist is standing trial for the use of illegal substances. Stick around, justice seekers. This one's going to be interesting. Enjoy the show.
Probation, this is an application. Court is calling 2025 CR 002235, State versus Jose Flores. Can I have the parties announce?
Andrew Harris, State.
Phyllis Field for the defense.
And are you Mr. Flores?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery?
I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Flores, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, off the record for a moment. Counsel, Mr. Porter, if you could have them move your client down to that end. We're back on the record. Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I did, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes.
Mr. Flores, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
I did, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
I did, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Off the record for a moment. Probation. Mr. Payne is here. Are they here to speak with him?
Yes.
All right, thank you. We're back on the record. Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
I do, Your Honor.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if the court would grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
I do understand, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Mr. Flores, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promise you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, there's an $800 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. They'll take in consideration 2025 PF 18009 and 2025 PF 18010. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, are there any such motions?
No.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years. There be a TAP evaluation and community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
State any evidence.
Should be contained in Exhibit 1 and attachments, Judge.
No objections.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witness statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Just that he's been very cooperative and has taken full
All right. So what were you doing on the railroad tracks? Is this drug induced or something else going on?
And no, ma'am, I have noticed that there's been an abundance of flora and fauna that has been left decaying on the sides of certain areas down the railroad tracks. And I invented a device that allows the induction of oxygen into the combustion of flora and fauna, which burns at a higher rate for a cleaner burn. What I was trying to do is promote growth through that rate and to help not things kind of catch on. It does look counterproductive in the way that it's done, but it's in the arrangement of rocks and the way that it's made that allows for filtration of oxygen and ambient gases that are flammable. I'm a physicist, so things like that are in my interest for everybody else to kind of be better.
All right, so where did you go to school?
I went to school here at Incarnate Word. I did not complete college, but I consider myself a physicist because of my research in combustion through way of vacuums, basically working through a backdraft system.
So how does this translate into possession of meth and
that was-
potentially heroin? Because that's what you told them.
That's what I was dabbling with just to keep myself up and pain that I was having.
Here we have a physicist, someone well-educated, clearly intelligent, and supposedly rational. And yet, instead of enduring a few hours of pain, he chooses to poison himself just to escape it temporarily. That's not just surprising, it's deeply troubling. When someone with such a background makes a decision like this, it really forces you to question what kind of emotional or psychological weight he must have been carrying. Because from a purely logical standpoint, it makes no sense.
All right, pain related to what?
Joints, things like that, I don't use very much. I use anywhere from a 0.2 to 0.4 a day.
So where is your family?
I don't have any family that's directly, I just have my wife.
All right, and you say you just have your wife? So how does she feel about the drug use?
She doesn't feel very good about it, but I'm using it.
Do you have any children?
None that are with me.
What are their ages?
I have a 22-year-old who's in the military service, and I have a 16-year-old that's with active service.
All right, and where is your mom, your dad, your siblings?
Both my parents are deceased. My siblings live in different cities.
When's the last time you had employment?
A few years ago, I also have started doing research with computational emotional AI.
All right, so your previous employment, who did you work for?
Previously, I worked for the Melting Pot as a bartender.
Okay. All right, is there anything else I need to know?
Nothing else.
All right, the court is going to sentence you to 3 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Does your wife have any children?
She does, but they're grown already.
Are there any minors in the home? No residents with minors? Take in consideration 2025 PF 18009 and 2025 PF 18010. There's an $800 fine that will be probated. Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. Referral to felony drug court. That will be in custody. They'll see you before the week is out. You need to be honest with them about your drug use. There's to be a TAP evaluation that can be out of custody. Follow recommendations. There's to be 120 sober meetings in 120 days. 200 hours of community service restitution. If he obtains his degree or some type of trades, school certificate, the 200 hours of community service will be deemed satisfied. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Yeah, Your Honor, I just have one question. So he will be kept in custody until he talks to somebody from the drug court?
Yes.
And how long could he expect to be?
Oh,
in
they'll
custody?
they'll be done this week. Felony drug court, it's this week.
Before Friday.
Yes. And they'll let us know before then whether or not he's accepted. And he's to be released after he finishes with his drug court evaluation.
Judge, may I approach?
Yes. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, with community service hours, I always give people a chance to use that to better themselves. So it's supposed to be 100 degrees today. Is it gonna be 100 degrees today? I don't know. But usually community service hours may consist of you picking up trash in the 100-degree heat. So you can do that,
All right,
or you can do either trade school or obtain your degree.
understand.
And this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If for any reason you have an issue, let probation know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court.
This man is not just someone who made a mistake. He's a husband and a father. That means he has people counting on him and a reason to turn things around. I truly believe there's still a future for him if he chooses to take responsibility and grow from this experience. That's why, to me, the judge's decision felt fair and balanced. Not too harsh, but not letting it slide either. What about you? Do you think he deserves a second chance? I'd really like to hear your thoughts in the comments below.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.